All right. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. What is it? May 3rd. Jeez Louise. I can't believe it's May 3rd already. I feel like the days are going like this. But thank you to everybody for taking the time out of your day to get on here or to watch the recording. I'm just very, I feel like I was going to say I like Bo, but I'm very proud that you guys have made this an important part of your business and just really make the priorities for these things in your business, because we all know that consistency and that repetitive, connection that we all have with one another as a team really helps us get further along. And so I just appreciate the fact that you're taking that time for your business. And I am proud of you guys for doing that. And it's funny. I did go up to Bo at conference and I told him, you know what? I genuinely tell everybody on my Zooms, I'm proud of them. And it's just natural. He goes, you should. Everybody should tell everybody they're proud of themselves. And that hence is why I did my post last night about being proud of myself, because a lot of people don't say that they're proud of themselves either. So so I did tell him that. He laughed, but he said, good for you, good job. So that was exciting. But first and foremost, I want to introduce or say hello, just so everybody can wave. We have our two newest baby brand partners on here. Judy is out of Virginia. That is Sharon's newest brand partner. She's not, we can't see her, but welcome, Judy, to our very first team Zoom. Everybody say hi. And then our newest that's in a few days will be, she's on here. Does she hang up? No, there she is, JB. So JB is out of Tucson, Arizona. So we're excited. She's going to be my personal brand partner who's signing up, and this girl's ready to go. So just remember that name, JB, because she's going to be all over the place. I'm telling you, I know this. So without further ado, okay, we got Ann saying hi, Judy. Hi, JB. Okay, my thing is there. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce this woman. I will try not to get emotional. I remember back 5 years ago when I hit director, and I don't even know if you know this, Linda, but I hit director and I was invited to those director trainings in Irvine, and it was very difficult for me to get to these trainings. I was working in Pasadena babysitting and had to drive in that traffic to get to Irvine every single Monday. I did it. I knew it was a commitment, but I met you. And when I met you, there was just this connection I had, and it was the first time I saw you. Then I saw you at the Valencia Market Party, and then I saw you somewhere else, and I was just like, there's something here. And when we were able to connect, and you took me under your wing and was started helping mentoring me in this business and really showing me what I can be for myself in this business and helping me and guiding me is when my business took off. And I owe so much gratitude to you for helping me with this business and teaching me how to be that role model for my team as well. I truly, truly appreciate your leadership, your servant leadership, and just your friendship in general, your family, having our fun times on the trips and our little jokes and our little laughs. But I truly appreciate you taking the time to help us out today. And I just appreciate you more than I can even imagine. So I'll let you. Thank you, Linda Lindsay. She is our Silver National Marketing Director also, guys, by the way. She's in the $1 Million Club. I mean, she's no joke in this business. So you want to learn from somebody, this is the woman you want to learn from. So thank you, Linda. Here you go.
Oh, girl. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Monique. It has been quite a journey and quite a ride. And my biggest, all this stuff right here doesn't mean anything. It's just collecting dust. It really is. I know it's easy to say. Some of you guys are probably thinking, well, that's easy for you to say. But at the end of the day, it's the relationships. And I know that sounds trite. It sounds sort of coined or canned or whatever you want to call it. But it is true. And many of you guys on here, same thing. Monique and I are just longer in our journey. And I'll never forget meeting you. And I'll never forget thinking, holy smoke, that girl drove all the way from Pasadena. Wow. I didn't even know where Pasadena was. But I have had such a pleasure to work with you and to watch you grow. Wow. And for all of you guys on here that are on Monique's Focus 20, that is how we really connected and she's really started to grow. Because when a leader says, I want to pour into you, I see potential in you. Don't take that lightly. And if sometimes it's not your time, but it was such a pleasure when Monique raised her hand and said, I want you to help me. And that is music to my ears. All of us leaders that are here to make people better and change lives and all those things, clearly we need to pay our bills, but how many people has a job and you pay your bills and you hate your job? So it is so just a life work, and I'm super humbled by that. And I'm really humbled by your words. And yes, I am so very proud of you. And that it came before Bo. And I don't have a teddy bear to say that to you, but honestly, watching you grow has been just, oh my gosh, just crazy, insane fun, and so fulfilling, because that is my ministry field in and of itself, with a tag on it called Neora, is to help women, particularly empower women to fulfill their God-given potential. And it's been so incredible to watch you do that. So I appreciate those kind words. And yes, we've become big sister, little sister. And yes, we've laughed our tails off on some of our trips. One in particular, that's like an inside joke. We'll never, ever forget that. That was super fun. But at any rate, what I want to share with you guys tonight, one thing I want to really let you know, until you've actually put yourself out there and said, okay, great, I'm going to mentor you. And you pick 20 or 30 people. Until you've done that yourself, you have no idea the commitment. I mean, think about it. 30 hours a week, 20 hours a month if your upline is doing a one-on-one coaching call with you, and then a Zoom. There's a lot of hours that is taken to pour into you, of which Monique can't take time to do her prospecting, her personal business. And you guys all know she's spinning a lot of plates. So I have to say, I am more than proud of the job she's doing, and I'm very proud to watch her then turn and pour into you. So I'm here to tell you guys, don't take that lightly. And whatever you do, if the timing doesn't fit for you, be graceful enough to bow out and give that spot to somebody else. And if it does work for you, embrace it and just engage and just immerse yourself in everything she has to bring to the table. You don't just have one upline leader. You got a whole board of directors, and we're all in that boat. We're in that box that you bought when you became a brand partner. And for you newbies, welcome to this incredible family, because you've got a crazy, awesome upline leadership in that box that you got your business in. You just don't see us. But you've got Anna Camp, Steve Lee, me, Vicki Downey, and Monique. Seriously, I'm not going to break myself patting on the one of the best ever in the company, ever in the history of the company. So we're all here to help you. But I want to recap a couple of things. I want to talk about recapping conference of some things for you to do. These are some things that you want to focus on to do. First and foremost, we are even in the founders. I've challenged everybody to get their dates of their RRPs on the page. And I did that because I always want to be on the corporate rhythm. Corporate announced an RRP challenge, right? And they gave us a lot of information, so you might have missed it. They announced an RRP challenge, and every RRP that you do in the month of May, you hashtag it with Party with Neora, okay? And you post a picture on the Team Neora, and if you're a founder, post it on the founder page at the same time, because you're going to be in a drawing with me. You're also going to be in a drawing with corporate. 5 people are going to win RRP party packs. Those are pretty cool, right, for doing what we already do. One thing I want to share with you guys, if you hadn't had a chance, there's a cool invite in the back office in your marketing resources called Let's Have a Block Party, BLOC, right? How cool is that? Launching our new product, Invisiblock, so on and so forth. It is a super cool little invite. Actually, I printed it out. And I'm doing a launch party for a new brand partner, and I did this on like a little cardstock. It is so pretty. It is really beautiful. You can fill in who, what, when, where, and why. That's a cool thing. If I were you, as soon as you get your product, if you brought it home from conference, awesome. If you're like me and I bought the new Era pack and I'm waiting on it to get here, oh boy, then do it, right? And set up those parties, because I don't know if you realize for founders, you're getting double points on any existing brand partner who buys those products, right? That's a big deal. And then keeps their ADO going with at least that much or more the following month. And everybody gets 20 points for that. So you should be ringing the bell right now, calling your customers. The next thing I want to tell you about is Amber gave us these taglines for the sunblock: cleanse, correct, and protect. That's a good tagline. Cleanse, protect, or correct and protect. And so the sunblock does that, and you can kind of get that in a rhythm. Clearly, I don't have that down yet. And then the acne is talking about treat, correct, and prevent. And oh my goodness, let's get those pictures out there. Oh, wow, the pictures I'm seeing already. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. I'm seeing pictures 3-4 days, and there's a change in their blemishes and things happening on their skin. I am literally shocked. I'm not kidding. The other thing for us to do is if you weren't at conference and you did not register for the Long Beach Power Up training, you definitely want to get that done, because I will tell you, because this is SoCal, it will sell out, no question. And most of you guys are here. A lot of you are not, but a lot of you are. Don't miss that. Don't miss that whatsoever. That's September 20th and 21st. Okay, and then for us to focus on, some things for us to focus on is, Jo talked about this a lot, that our job is to communicate, educate, teach, and model. That's our job. Is when you get a promo, well, okay, you're excited. You know about the $2.99 brand partner pack. But he says at any given time, 30% of the entire company is a max of who knows about it, which I find that shocking, but I get it. You know, different time zones, people working, this, that, and the other, on an airplane. People miss the call. I get it. However, that's our job as leaders, to drive it down to the team and make sure everybody on your team knows about those promos, right? And you may have to do a Zoom like Monique does and share this with everybody. And Vicky's really good at doing that, getting information out. But even still, there's always those lost little sheep that you got to call them up and go, oh my gosh. Like right that afternoon, I did a 3-way call with a guy who was at work and he missed the call. And I had to tell this brand partner prospect their options. And I said, as of today, you have 4 options now. One is a $2.99 pack. And this person jumped in. He said, my mouth is hitting the floor, because he didn't know yet. He hadn't gotten off work. The other thing is the social selling. Guys, that was the highlight of the conference, if you ask me, as far as content of what we were given. We have been begging for this for a long time. And we dabbled in it a few times with a certain leader who happened to master it pretty much before a lot of people did. And, you know, it's not hard, guys. So whatever you do, if you aren't real social savvy, don't worry about it. But plug into those trainings. Amber rocked that bad boy the other day. I was taking a zillion notes. And if you didn't go to conference and didn't have the booklet, no big deal. Print it out in the back office and use it to take your notes, so that all your notes and information is in the same place. So do that. And if you haven't registered for her trainings, they go on for a couple of months, every Wednesday afternoon, 4:00 Central Time. And I'm sure they'll upload it in the back office, because for us, that's 2. A lot of people at work. So I do want to say this is, Jo said this, and this was a big deal. He said, Sunday nights are golden. Now, I know for some of our prospects, if it were me and somebody called me on Sunday night, I'd be like, really? But I'm rare. A lot of people are exactly doing what he said. They built a massive business ringing those phones on Sunday night, because people have already gone to the golf course and gone to church and gone here and gone to the picnic and done the family dinner and whatever. And they're home and they're sort of checking their brain out. They're done. They're off. Their switch is off, and they're just trying to go, oh boy, work tomorrow, right? It's a good time to talk to people for a short period of time. Hey, I've been thinking about you. I wanted to touch base. I know you may not have much time, but I'd like to send you something. I'd love your feedback. Can I send it to you via text or email? And if you can look at it and we can talk later on, like tomorrow night, that'd mean so much to me. Okay, awesome. We'll talk more tomorrow night. I know it's Sunday night. Don't want to bother you. That's it. Get the tool in front of them and schedule the follow-up. That's all you really want to do. And then maybe Monday night you'll have a little more time to talk. But you don't want to feel like you have to seal the deal the first time you call somebody. That's when you get nervous. That's when you don't know what to say. That's why you don't know what to say, because you think you've got to do the whole enchilada in one phone call. You do not. You want to get the tool in front of them and schedule the follow-up. That's it. Easy, fun. Okay, and then one thing that Deb Height said, she came out and trained on this and talked about this quite a bit, and I was a bit shocked, because most people who know me, and Anna calls me the compliance queen. I don't know that I like that name. However, it was important enough for the president or the CEO of the company, co-founder, to stand up there and talk about it. And the biggest thing that we cannot do, and we want to be sure to not do it, is sharing pictures that are too good to be true. I don't care if it is true. Just if you're, Susie Facebooker, and you see it and it's so disgustingly vivid that you're like, ew, and you just scroll. Amber says we want to stop the scroll, right? Well, when I see that stuff that's bloody and gnarly stuff, I scroll. Trust me, it turns my stomach. So you want to be believable. The smartest thing in the world, if you want to share pictures, is share them from your back office. Even if a gold IMD or a platinum IMD shares it, it doesn't mean it's compliant. I don't want to say that again, but I'm telling you now, I've seen it. I'm blown away. I'm just blown away by it. I'm shocked at how many people don't pay attention to that. Last night, we had a brand new brand partner Monday, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whatever it is. I don't even know what today is. Stand up and give a testimony. And I was very clear. What's your name? What do you do? And what does Neora mean to you? And I said, 30 seconds. Any more, I'm going to hit the buzzer. And you know what? She stood up there and talked about eczema. I just about died when that word came out of her mouth, because we cannot say a medical grade issue. I just about died. I was like, uh-oh, wow, oh no. But she knew she didn't know, right? But once it came out, it was out and it was hanging in the air. So we really can't do that. Now, acne, guess what? We've been given the green light. We can say acne, the word acne. It's on the container. And guess what? Signum calls it acne treatment pads. And acne, Eddie Perez even put on Facebook that acne is considered by the FDA as a disease. But Signum calls it that. It's named that. We got the green light. So we can say that, okay? But just be cognizant of the fact that when you post things, if it were me looking at this, would I go, oh, wow, that was tough? Or would I be drawn in? We want to draw them in. We want to stop the scroll. So, and that's a social media thing. I'm going in further, but I just wanted to touch on that really quickly. You guys do a really great job, but I have to say, we have to educate. We have to communicate, educate, teach, and model. And let our brand partners see even that component of our business. So I want to get on to this when I talk about goal setting, because, I had to giggle when they asked me to be on that panel, because I'm like, oh, Lordy, that's not my wheelhouse. I do it. I can help you do it. I'm good at doing it, but that's not where my passion rolls. However, I made a few recap notes for you guys, and I love this. Jen Elson said, this one hit me. This one hit me hard. She said, settling. Anybody ever have a moment where you feel complacent and you're like, yeah, I'm good? Hey, I do that. We all do it, right? We're human. Nobody's on 24/7, 365. You're just not, right? You have a moment where you just grab the blanket, turn on the fire, check out the brain, and watch Dancing with the Stars or whatever, right? I wouldn't suggest you do that every single week, but settling, it has a connotation of complacency. And sometimes when you hit your first goal, this happened to me. I hit my first dream board, everything happened. I'm like, wow, this thing works, dang. And then I got into the mode of helping everybody else get their dream board. And I kind of lost myself in there. I'm going to be very transparent. I sort of lost myself in there for a moment. And for those of you who've been here a while, we were in a very unique mode of time where we were working really hard trying to keep the crazies from going crazy. And, and I lost my dream. I did. And a couple of years ago, I guess it was, I had to go, you know what? I got to go slow to go fast. I got to stop. I got to stop. I got to start a whole new dream board. I got to have a whole new vision. I got to write it down, and I got to focus. And I'll tell you what, it creates a sense of drawing you into the future instead of looking at the past, because we can all go there. We can all stay in the past. That is not okay. And when she said that, she said settling is not showing gratitude. I was like, wow. Okay, we all know about live happy, gratitude, happy acts, being thankful, having a gracious mindset. We all know that. But think about that. That's powerful. Settling, being okay in your mode at the moment, like, okay, that's good. That's cool. Yeah, I got iPad, or I'm good. You can't imagine bigger. When I first started, I thought if max a couple $1,000s a week, man, I'm kicking butt. That's all I could imagine. That's all I could imagine in my brain. I knew the company was going to be huge, but I was in such a world of hurt with the divorce and all the nonsense. I couldn't even imagine in my mind me being bigger than a $2,000 a month. And that's a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. But I didn't want to settle there. I realized when the iPad happened, I'm like, oh my gosh, this works. Dang, this thing works. And then I'm like, okay, I don't need a car, but let's go for that next rank and get the car. Clearly, I'm talking about the old comp plan. And then I realized, wow, okay, I can go to the next. And guess what? I set a goal every single 30 days to hit the next rank. And it happened. And I'm going to tell you, it took me to the future and kept me being in the muck of the moment. Because it was pretty mucky of the moment. It's called life, whatever it is. And in this comp plan, guys, it is so much easier to do that. You start brand new and you're like the next rank because get one brand partner. Yeah, you just ranked up. Wow. It's small wins. It's the psychology of small wins, and we celebrate the small wins. Okay, that's your goal. Once you hit that, celebrate 5 minutes. March on toward the next. Don't stay there, because when we stay there, we sort of settle in our mindset, in our subconscious mind. We do. Okay, so then, and then Bo said he was on a roll when he said this, and it reminds me of the commercial that's out there, right? Okay is just not good enough for you. Okay is just not good enough for me. And guess what? My dreams matter. Yours matter. Your goals matter. Mine do too. Your family matters. Mine does too. So that was pretty profound. And then one other thing that Bo said, two other things. One he said was, and this is straight out of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, when he interviewed 500 of the top most successful people in America. And the number one thing that you have to be successful, and success is whatever you think it is for your life. It doesn't mean you need to be a platinum IMD at all. I mean, okay. But it doesn't mean the masses are not necessarily going to drive that hard. But if someone can put $1,000 a month in their pocket, make $12,000 a year extra they didn't have before with their little side hustle, it'll change their life. You know how many people we can change their lives with that? So he said hunger, which Napoleon Hill called white hot burning desire, is the most important component in being successful in life. The desire. That it doesn't matter what it is, right? The desire if you want to be healthier. Well, duh, you got to make choices. Otherwise, you're going to just sit still and be complacent. The desire, like last night, I went up to my church for a new Bible study that they do. They majorly promote this thing. I didn't know a soul. Didn't want to go. Didn't want to make the drive. Wanted to just go to sleep. I was exhausted. I thought, no, you signed up for this. And why? I had expectations, which was a goal. I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to connect in the women's ministry. And I even signed up for this one to be co-ed. Who knew? None of the guys showed up though, which is interesting. You have to complete this course. It's like a 10-week course in order to be in leadership in that church. They're very serious about this group. I thought, okay, I want to be in leadership. That's my passion. It's my spiritual gift. I do. But I have to do that. I didn't want to yet last night in the moment, but I went. Guys, I'm going to tell you, my socks were blessed off. There were 3 ladies in the group that shared their story. And wow, something just came over me, and I had such a word to speak over them. They were all in tears. So it was meant for me to be there for sure. I was blessed. So I can tell you, just, sitting back and going, no, God's got more for you. God's got more for you, whatever it is. And then the last thing that Bo said that the waterworks were flooding. I'll share this with you guys because it hit a lot of people. He said, and I wrote him an email and told him how much it meant to me. And he said, well, like I said from stage, it was Ronnie's, his wife's little saying. And he said, your past is not your residence. We don't live there. It's only a frame of reference, right? Because what we all have life, we live, we learn. We never lose. You always win. You either win or you learn. That's not losing. But the waterworks just shot out of my face because I want to tell you, I shared the story with him, and it was pretty vulnerable. I'll share it with you. It was on April 27th, which was Saturday. It was about 2:00 in the afternoon Central Time. And when I got up that morning, you think about certain things that happen on those dates, whatever. It happened to have been my 33rd wedding anniversary. Those of you guys that know, I left that marriage 7.5 years ago. But you can't help but think when the calendar rolls around to that date, wow, what in the heck was I doing? And the ceremony was in Atlanta, Eastern Time at 2:00 in the afternoon. 3:00 in the afternoon. So that was 2:00. And he said that at that moment. It was bizarre. It was surreal. The tears just flowed out of my face with so much gratitude beyond what God had done in my life in that 7.5 years of the crap that I went through, the literal hell that I lived through. But he brought me out, and 8 weeks after I ran away from home, I heard about this business. And it was like, wow, God, you're incredible. Look around. Look what has happened in 7.5 years. Holy smoke. I was moved beyond with gratitude of what we have here. We really do. I've been doing this business 29 years in June. There's nothing out there like what we do. Nothing. There's nothing. There's 5 ways to look at a company: product, leadership, support, tech and field, training, and culture, for sure. And we have got it all. We've got the best ever. I don't say that because I'm here. I'm here because of that. So I just want to thank you, Monique, for having me here and kind of sharing a little bit of my wisdom. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, my friend.
Wow, thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate you just taking the time, because you have 10,000 plus people on your team, and to take out your time to help us is huge. And I'm just grateful for you being in our lives. And really, this is what we are about. And we all know this. We're real people. This is real. We are really here to help people make a difference. And I just appreciate your leadership and appreciate everything you do for us. And I'm excited about what's coming. I'm excited about all of it with everybody here. And so I appreciate you. Thank you. And I will get this recording to the rest of the team who couldn't make it, because I know a lot of them were just getting off work and whatnot. But thank you again for taking the time out with us. And we got, holy cow, I love this lady. Thank you, Linda. So we just appreciate you very much. And I have a wonderful Friday, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for getting on. I'm going to stop the recording real